Right, today I'm going to make a jack base. Jack base is purely if we're in soft sand and we want to jack, this jack would push into the soft sand or the mud trying to jack up. So you just make a base a bit bigger, gives it more footprint, and it's harder to push in. That's all it is basically. It's a bigger area. It's a bit like snowshoes on the snow, in the snow. Now I want one jack base to fit all my jacks. So basically it's just deciding how big your footprint is. So he's a little bit longer. And he's the biggest of them all. So rightio. So now we've got our size. Alright. This is the base. It's 3/4 cementing ply. And what I plan on doing, I'll cut out my square for the jack to fit in. This will be cut out. Screw it to the top of that. That'll let the jack sit in down into that, pushing on here. And this will prevent the jack from sliding off when this slips into the mud on a bit of an angle. That's the general plan. Now if I was going out to buy wood, I would definitely be 300 square. That's the size if I was going out to buy it, it'd be 300 square. But I've got this, which is 220, and I'll make it, yeah, something like that. That'll be cut off across there somewhere. I'll make the top piece identical, and we'll end up with a base that size. So now we've got our size we're going to use. Doesn't have to be perfect. And it's this one we're going to cut it out of. This is the wood I've got, so it's pretty dodgy looking, but I'll trim a bit off this end and trim down the other end, and that'll do the job nicely. And this is warped up, but we'll pull it down with screws, and once it's all glued and screwed, it'll do the job. Alright, now I'll put them in there. Alright. So that's roughly the width, and I'm thinking we go somewhere around there. 52, oh yeah, so you want to come in, I'd say something like 45 from the edge. 45, 45, 45, 45, down here. Sit him. Just one about in the middle. At 90. So 75. Right. So we're just going to sit him somewhere around there. So come in 80. And we'll come in 70. 70. And we'll set something like that. So your next one's going to be there. This can be rough as guts. Right. So that's our hole. That jack's the biggest base. So that'll sit in there nicely. And the one that'll probably get the use will be this one. He'll be the one that gets the most use. Rightio. Let's jigsaw that out. So that's going to sit on there like that. Jacks will sit in it. Right, I'll just trim the round here up. So there you go, we've cut this. This is made to go in the mud, don't be too fussy about the whole thing. Beautiful. Now, I've just trimmed him up a little bit. Just clean it up a little bit so the glue will stick. So it's going to go on there. Clamp on it so it all feels good. Don't be too fussy. Rightio. That's the way it's going. Just so we know which way. Nothing too lumpy under that. Looks pretty good. I'll just get a bit of glue. Right, that's it. Now we'll whack it. A big hole in the end for a bit of rope. Right, so the rope's going to go in here. Oh, just a basic knot there. Nice reef knot for those that are interested. Now, the idea of the rope. about four-wheel driving. You're in soft sand or deep mud. Now you've got a flat tyre, or you're just bogged and you've decided to jack it up. We've put our base plate down to give us a bigger footprint in the mud. Get our jack on there. We've jacked it up. This will push down into the mud, and you might find it's gone this far into the mud. Now you've got yourself out. You've pulled your jack out. This is still down in the mud. How do you know where it is? There's a bit of rope hanging on the end of it. So you don't have to tie this off to anything, but at least you know where your block is when you're going to dig it out with a shovel. So you might have already driven off and parked further forward, come back into the mud and the water to get this. This will help you find it. I doubt very much that you'll ever be able to pull it out with a rope. Maybe in soft sand you might be able to, but it's more, you know where it is. It's on the end of this rope. Right. All we'll do now, undo this rope with one hand. Right. I'll give this a really light sand. Doesn't have to be fussy, just take off any splinters. And give it a coat of paint. I've got a bit of orange paint, so it'll be nice and bright. Should be able to find it a bit easier. You don't have to paint it, it's ready to go now. But the paint will stop the water soaking into it. It's nice and solid. We've glued it. Did it with liquid nails. So it's all slobbered with glue. And heaps of screws. This is going to dry out to be one solid block. It'll be good.